Hi, I'm Moody, feeling moody. It's time for a moon message. Today's moon is the waning gibbous moon under the astrological sign of Capricorn. A little bit about the waning gibbous moon. Today happens to be the day right after the full moon, and the waning gibbous moon starts the day after the full moon all the way up until the new moon. So it lasts maybe about 2 weeks, and it's a time when it's associated with a time of self-care, because after the full moon energy of releasing or coming to the realization of something that we need to let go of, what no longer serves us and who no longer serves us, and what patterns and everything that we're trying to change, that shadow energy, all of that, we come to the realization that we want to let that go. And the waning gibbous is about us actually putting forward the action, taking stock, like redirecting our course of action, changing the past pattern, the past people. So after coming to the realization under the full moon, we actually begin to change course. And we're kind of happy about this, feeling good about ourselves, sticking to our resolution, and continuing to evaluate, continuing to change our course of action, not doing the same thing, bringing something new into our daily patterns, processes. This occurs whenever we're letting go of anything, a person, a job, right? Our pattern, our day-to-day habits change. And so this is a time where Spirit says you need to be guarded. You need to guard those intentions set under the full moon about releasing, that determination, that perseverance that got you to the point where you really did it. Moody, you didn't just talk about it. You actually let go of something that no longer serves you. Oh yeah, releasing the old ideas, patterns, behaviors, situations, people. Anything that is no longer good for your highest good. And let's face it, Moody, how many times have you said you're going to do it, but you don't do it, right, collective? We don't. Absolutely. But the real change does come in the time that you decide to really do it, to really release. Then this phase, the waning gibbous moon, becomes self-care. Doing what's right for us, putting ourselves first. It's the Ace of Cups energy, loving yourself, right? You're really focused on your inward needs, your innermost thoughts, your innermost feelings. And keeping that momentum going is the objective of the waning gibbous moon. Changing everything. This is a major time of change. Oof. Changing our course, the way we think. It's a catalyst for healing, letting go of negative energy, stagnation, anything that's hanging around that's still a remnants of the past. We're letting go of that under the waning gibbous moon. Right after that full moon, it's like we got to keep that momentum going. And it starts up here, recreating ourselves. And also, the waning gibbous moon is a time to be grateful. Grateful that you have an opportunity to let go of something, that you made it through that challenge, that tribulation. That you are preparing for something new that's coming in. That's the feeling of this new moon that's coming in. Preparing for that. Well, it starts right now. holding on to whatever that resolution was that you made for yourself, whatever that intention of letting go. One door closes so another can open. Right. This is really making sure that you close that door, Moody. And that's the whole thing. Talking about it isn't getting it done. This is full moon in Scorpio energy. Pluto. Oh my goodness. Pluto is all about, you know, the scorpion has like a tail. And that tail, like, I guess has the most venom in it. It's the deadliest part of the scorpion. And that's what this is about right now. Because some of us may have taken some small actions. We may have actually done something or been successful for a few days, or just took the initial step. It's almost like page energy, right? You're taking that initial step. And Spirit is talking about really closing that door means that you have to change course, that you have to take stock, you have to assess, redirect, to continue to move away from whatever no longer serves us. That's what the waning gibbous moon is. And as you do that, you're grateful because you start to feel the other side approaching. That's this new moon energy coming in. Spirit says one door is closing so that another can reopen. Go with it. Now, does it mean you're going to not fall off during the 2-week period? No, but it means that if we pray and if we really try to break that, sever. This letting go is about severing. That's what Spirit is saying. You can't, keep that door open, keep one foot in the door. See, everything that's happening relates to the read for me right now. Yeah, it's like we're being shaken. We're being told you gotta pull that leg, that energy out of that opening so that the door can fully close. And how do you do that, Moody? How are you doing that? Well, you persevere. You just continue to take the baby steps. You may not be able to do it all at once, but just the mere fact that you are doing it and you're able to see the door is getting closer and closer to a full close. Because only with a full close, only with a true ending can there be a new beginning. Another door is opening, trying to open. We have free will, right? We control everything. But Spirit is saying, go with it. Go with it. Full moon in Scorpio. That is the death card. That's the Tower. Okay. What else, Spirit? What else do we need to know under this waning gibbous energy in Capricorn? There you go. The first card, the World card. That is an ending, but not just an ordinary ending like a death card. It is a successful ending, an ending that ensures a positive new beginning. Oof. Yeah, that's what's trying to happen. That's the first card, collective. This door is closing after the full moon today, June 12th. You need to know. Yes. And there's the new beginning. The page that's what I was feeling, that page energy. And also notice that it's not a big step, right? It's almost like Pentacles, and this is the Page of Pentacles, but the Knight of Pentacles, right? It's not how many steps that you take, it's that you take them. Just take them and they'll add up all by themselves, right? Somebody is at a crossroads, but is leaning towards making the right decision. The two paths is us not continuing the momentum of the full moon, the strawberry full moon in Sagittarius. The need to really close this door. It's hard. It's hard. It's hard. Sorry, I still have this cough, but it is hard. Okay. Wondering if they're going to take that action. There's the Emperor. It fell out reverse. And this is the lack of love, though. Not choosing yourself, not choosing to do what's right for you, like letting stagnation, excuses, fear, doubt, lack of clarity. Okay. To hold us. To keep that door open. Somebody's dealing with that. And you know, it's funny, you could be dealing with Aries is ruled by Mars, and I think Mars and Pluto are clashing a little. Oof. All of the planets are very active, very combustive in June. They are. The Emperor reverse can also be a manipulator, somebody who wants to control, to keep you from closing that door. It can be somebody who has negative intentions, will do anything that they have to do to get what they want. They could have even threatened you. Somehow they could be the breadwinner. They're holding something over you. Right. I do feel that this door is trying to close, but there is... And it's not only the forces that you see at this time. There are other forces around that are also preventing you from moving on. But you opened with the World, which is the end. It's the last card of the majors. And okay, what else, Spirit? One more. Bottom of the deck. Okay. Let's move this here. Whoa. For someone, it could concern work. There could be a tyrant at work right next to the Emperor reverse, where you're setting some boundaries for yourself to protect yourself. Fours, you're going to start to see a lot of fours. That's going to be Spirit's way of letting you know you are protected. Something's going on at work. This pertains to, yes, closing the door because another one is trying to open. In this reading, you can't have both doors open at the same time. That's what Spirit is saying. Whatever you do, whoever you are, you're making them feel they're jealous of something that you have. There's something that you shine with that is very natural to you, that's very Sagittarian, like you're very expressive. It's just natural. You are who you are. And with work at the center, and today being Capricorn's energy, they're very hardworking, very diligent. These people get it done. They're practical. They're down to earth. They have very high standards too. Maybe that is what makes them feel so insecure around you. You trigger them. You trigger them. This is about Pentacles. In the future, I see you probably being the boss, the leader. Definitely in a job situation, I see you being the boss and the leader. In a love situation, there's one cup here, and there's nothing better than what's inside that cup, because this person is extending a part of their self. And it starts with you having something in that cup to extend, getting away from any toxic shadow energy under this. Yeah, that door is almost closed. I see it. It's almost closed. It's like, I don't know whose foot or hand or whatever is in there, but I do see it closing. Tell me what else, Spirit. What else does the collective need to know, either from a work or love standpoint, about closing the door and allowing another to open and anticipating something better, thinking upon what you want, keeping that vibration high? It's like as we step forward, we're so grateful for the opportunity, and you feel it. You feel like something new is coming in. Oh, and this came out reverse. There is somebody who doesn't know how to communicate. Could be this Emperor, this Empress. The Queen of Swords reverse is just a liar. Very cutting with their words. Like they try and embarrass you in front of other people. Things like that. That makes them satisfied. But this is somebody who's really, they're even associated with mental illness here. I don't know who I'm talking to, but this is the door that could be associated with this Emperor, Empress reverse. And this is what Spirit wants you to know. It has nothing to do with you. There's a mental disability there with them. Right? That's why you need to close this door. And maybe this waning gibbous energy is going to facilitate that, going to help you actually get away from this Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. There's some toxic energy that Spirit wants you to close the door on, meaning you got to take the action, those baby steps. Maybe get your resume together. Maybe come up with a different type of resume. You know what? Use AI. Use Chat GPT to redo your resume, right? Or to point out some strengths, like how to present your strengths. It's almost a sense of urgency. A death card again. Yes, with Scorpio. Remember, we're talking about Scorpio energy. There's some venom there with the Queen of Swords reverse, and that's bringing about the urgency. Oh, somebody is in a very tender situation. Like it's like you got to handle it just right. But Spirit wants you to know, you're protected. What else, Spirit? What else can we tell the collective? Oh my goodness. Spiritual love. Somebody thought this was their twin. Somebody thought this was the one. Somebody thought that there was love, that there was something deep. The Lovers here, followed by the Five of Cups, but they betrayed you. With this Queen of Swords, Emperor of Swords energy, it was betrayal and it was loss for somebody, but it's also an opportunity for something new to come in. Right, meaning this definitely has to end for something new to come in. Spirit knows that you're feeling loss, grief, disappointment, that you've been hurt and blinded by love. You didn't see this coming. But what you need to know is there's two still cups. There's two cups still standing. Absolutely. They got your name all over it. He wants you to feel like you have an option. Like you don't have to stay here. Like this coupled with the Page of Pentacles, just take the step. It's going to be solid. It's going to be sure. It's going to lead you further. It's going to shine a light on your path, direct you. Spirit said, another door can open when you go with it. Yeah. Let that door close and go with it. Again, somebody's being urged to take baby steps at this time. They make a difference. Don't look back. Just continue to walk ahead. And you don't got to rush with the Page of Pentacles. You just have to take action. And you know, pastor gave a sermon about listening to our intuition and when it tells us to stand still versus when it tells us to take steps, to take action. Under the Sagittarius, you're being told to take little steps. You don't have to put grandiose expectations around it, but that's going to make a difference at this time. 9 of Wands, that resilience, that Capricorn resilience lets you know the more steps that you begin to take, you're close to success. There's a sense of urgency, but I see the persistence coming through, even though fatigue is there. And there's also self-care during the waning gibbous where you kind of fall back, right? You reassess, you take stock, you need some time to think, some downtime, the healing, the rest, sleep. When your body tells you it's tired, regardless of the time of day, sleep. Make some time to sleep, because that just builds you back up to go back. This cycle's definitely coming to an end. 2 5s, multiple changes. That's the waning gibbous moon, right? You are now making the changes that really redirect your course and take you in another direction. Allow you to make the right decision. Right. Not allow any stagnation, doubts, fear, uncertainty, but rather to focus on gratitude for what lies ahead. Okay. There it is. The 6 of Swords, talking about what lies ahead, thinking forward, moving forward. The 6 of Swords is a card of moving. Traditional card. They're on water and they're pushing their way to the other side. Yes. Leaving what no longer serves us behind. Yesterday was the initial step, and the waning gibbous really gives you 2 weeks to put some concrete action. These 2 pages of Pentacles are concrete action steps that move you forward. And it's like you're now like standing out, looking out into the distance. It looks wonderful. You're optimistic. You're hopeful. Yeah. Expecting the best. I feel that. Okay. As we're expecting the best, what else, Spirit, does the collective need to know right now? What else? Spirit of the Cross. Yeah. Burdens, hardships, lessons. That's what the 5 of Cups and the 5 of Swords have been about. That's what life is about for all of us. Every cycle that we go through that's difficult, that's hard, that's burdensome, that produces the deepest lessons for us. So somebody's been carrying a cross, a heavy cross. Spirit sends help to help you carry the cross, or maybe your perception of the cross changes. Remember the story about everybody throwing their cross in the circle and then people realizing how big other people's crosses were, and they quickly grabbed their cross back and was grateful that they only had this to deal with because others had so much more and heavier crosses to bear. Yeah. But this is about, as we're continuing to close that door, because some of us have fully closed the door, but we don't want to get weak, right? And a test is coming. A test is coming. That's why it's important. You're going to be tested if you're going to open that door back up fully, or you're going to just look it through the peephole and respond, but not open the door, right? This is a time where we've got to let go of our shadow self and do what's right for us. Fill our cup up. Somebody is going to get a nice letter an email, something positive. As soon as you close that door, meaning your intentions are just to move forward, you're not looking back, right? As soon as you do that, there's communication that comes through. A letter, an email, a text, a phone call, but it's positive, it's favorable. It lifts your spirits. It sends confirmation. That's what Spirit just said. Confirmation. Yes, that you did the right thing, that you handled something in the right way. Now it's time. Because there's under Uranus a need. I was going to say something else, but it's actually a need for freedom. Same thing with Sagittarius. And Capricorn is definitely feeling that now, ruled by Saturn. It's a need. It's not something that's going to go away. It's something that has to be addressed. That it makes it untamed. It makes it, you can't stop this. It's just an innate feeling that there's something that lies ahead. That's that Capricorn in Jupiter energy. I mean Cancer in Jupiter energy. And you know, Cancer, we're getting ready to have a new moon in Cancer. So you'll start to feel so good. You'll feel at home with yourself, with your situation. Champion yourself for taking care of yourself, for doing the right thing, for getting away from this shadow negative energy. Oof. Wow. And Spirit is all around you. Didn't I tell you you're protected? Look at this. Your angel guides, your spirit guides, who we always pray to. They are there to guide you, to bless you, to answer your prayers, to keep everything that you are walking away from with your back facing it. All right, Spirit. Spirit is like, yes, you could do it, Moody. You can do it. We all have challenges and patterns and shadow energy. We're here to experience the shadow energy and to get over it and to not let another cycle pass without resolving. That was the word before. Resolving whatever the issue was that was preventing the door from closing. All right, let's summarize this reading for the collective, Spirit. If you frequently give yourself permission to think about what lies ahead, to be unstructured, right? Because now is the time for you to review, Spirit wants you to look forward uninhibited, right? And so he wants you to kind of be free-spirited, be open-minded, like don't limit anything. Don't take anything for granted that happens. There are no coincidences in life. Everything happens for a reason, a season, a purpose. So just allow yourself to be caught up with creative energy, unstructured energy, the opposite of whatever you were dealing with. Right now that you're back, your focus is back on self-care, filling up your cup. Liberate yourself from past thoughts. And that's going to bring out this genius, this creativity. Get outside, walk in the grass. When the weather is nice, take full advantage of this strawberry moon month, the sunlight. Absorb it. That is bringing your creativity and your genius and your values, your beliefs, your intentions, your needs, your passions, your desires. This is about stirring, restirring something that we may have let go that could have been dormant for a period of time, bringing that back to the surface, right? Because that productivity, once you get filled with all of that sun energy, positive energy, your productivity is going to increase exponentially. This is what I'm told. It's like you're going to be back on track, knowing what to do. It's just going to be innate. Write down everything and then When you look at it, you'll be putting some things together, but other things, it will take longer to reveal itself. You're going through a spiritual awakening. There is a new beginning, and this is major personal development. Whatever lesson that we're coming out of, whatever we're letting go of that no longer serves us, it taught us tremendous personal lessons. But now we're ready to prioritize self, our creativity, to heal. We're stronger. We don't need any other energy other than Holy Spirit and our own creative genius at this time. A new phase. This is spiritual though. You opened up with the world, the Emperor reverse, the death card, right? Definitely a spiritual journey is beginning as you open this new door, this new phase. So it is some type of spiritual quest. Some of us wanted to know our purpose. We wanted to know more about what the future holds. We wanted to know what happens after we let go. Well, it's here. We have the opportunity and we're headed in the right direction. Going through a spiritual awakening, which can feel like the dark night of the soul. Yeah, coming out. It was getting pretty dark, right? The reading. But here it is. The light comes. Because everything passes. It's temporary. Time is temporary. And that's how we have to look at it. Hold on while that passes. And so now the path is enlightened. And somebody is ready to go on it. 1001 is the number 1001. We know ones and zeros are very spiritual numbers. Put that in the comments for me. Like, subscribe. Leave me a comment, any comment. I would just love to hear from you. Always keeping you in prayer until the next moon phase. Namaste.